Welcome to Soup for the Soul. No portion of Soup for the Soul may be used without the expressed written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. Hello. This Soup for the Soul has no title, but what I'm going to be doing is focusing on a mental disorder. And I'm just going to tell you, I just think people crazy. I don't mental disorder. I don't know about them. But no, it really, and I'm going to say, I know this is going to sound weird, and I am not going to take back what I just said. No offense to people with mental disorders, but this particular one right here, I do not like, people who have this disorder, or do harm to people. They, are very envious and have an inflated sense of thinking that they are that they're superior to people. So when I said crazy, I really literally meant that. I really meant, and as I go into it, you'll see what I'm talking about. But the disorder is narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about narcissistic personality disorder. You probably know already what a narcissist is. Okay, well, it's a disorder. Their behavior. It's a mental condition in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance. They also have a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. Of course, they're going to have troubled relationships because of this. And they have a lack of empathy for others. But behind all of this is it's a mask, and there lies a fragile person with low self-esteem issues. And they are very vulnerable to the slightest criticism. So they cannot take any type of criticism, even constructive criticism. Okay. And these people, this is Satan, you guys. This is Satan. I've got my laptop on, and I do apologize for the noise. I'm going to shut it down because I just found some files that I needed. So yes, hold on just 1 second. Bear with me. So what I did for this Soup for the Soul was did some research a little bit on this disorder. Now, I already knew the disorder existed, et cetera, but I wanted to be correct and correct on my assessment and what I was saying to you guys about this disorder. So I had to look this information up. Now, what I'm going to do is I've already given you the definition of the disorder. People like this. They're in their everyday lives. These are people. The reason why I call them Satan is because they really are satanic. Okay, these people are truly satanic. Satan. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Exorcist, the original, not the ones that came out. I'm talking about the original with Linda Blair. Linda Blair was the little girl that was possessed by the devil. I have to take my hats off to them. I took drama classes and acting classes, and they did a wonderful, absolutely wonderful job on portraying Satan in this movie. And this is why. Okay, Satan has absolutely, you guys know this, he does not have the ability to love by any means of the spectrum. Just like God has the ability to love only, Satan has his job is to not love. Okay, this evil. Okay, and so when they did that movie, I didn't know this at the time. I was a little girl. I saw the movie, grew up, probably saw it again. But one of the things that I did know was that Satan, when he talks, his voice is monotone. And if you guys don't know what monotone is, I'm gonna excuse me for making a little noise. I'm gonna do a monotone voice right now. Okay, just to give you guys an idea of what it is. Satan's voice does not go up and down. So when you meet narcissist people in your life and they talk like this, yeah, I went across the street and it was just, somebody went there and, it was a lot of people over there, and baby, you run as fast as you can, because I'm going to be honest with you, that's abnormal for someone to have that kind of tone. And not saying that person is possessed by the devil, but that's abnormal. Just as I'm talking right now, my voice is going up and down. If I get excited, I get excited. These people, narcissists, usually have a monotone voice. It will not go up and down. It's the same. Evil. So when they did that movie, and if you listen to it or go to YouTube and look at some of the clips of The Exorcist, you will see and you will listen and you will hear Satan's voice. Not necessarily, not Satan's voice, but you will hear the actor. I don't know. I know Linda Blair played the little girl, but I don't know who the person was that actually did the voice overs for Linda Blair. But the person who did that, if you listen to how they talk, that is Satan. And so, I mean, bravo to and bravissimo to them. They did a wonderful job. Even back then, they did a lot of research. I even remember how I didn't like the way the movie started, but that they had to do that in retrospect. Now that I've taken drama classes and things like that, and I've gotten older, they had to do that in order to or portray to get the picture out. And if you've ever taken drama classes, your goal is to make the people think that you are who you are portraying. Okay. So they did a wonderful job. But if you listen to the voice of that actor's voice is monotone, just like this. Oh, really? Well, you did not let me know that. You know, that's scary, man. If you hear someone talking like that, no, I'm not trying to be funny. You need to run. But so what I did some research, and I went to this website, and I'm going to tell you some of the symptoms that they're claiming are the symptoms of a narcissistic person. I don't agree with. Maybe you guys post your comments at the bottom, but I'm going to go over some of the symptoms they are claiming is narcissistic. If you ask me, this is just a normal person. There's 12 zodiac signs. So this is just a person that's being themselves. You know, this is who they are. And I'm like, and some of these, everyone does it. You know, I'm like, nah, that's not necessarily true. But I will give you their a brief description of what this disorder is. And even the description just blew me away. I'm like, no. Okay, it says a narcissistic personality disorder causes problems in many areas of life, such as relationships, work, school, or financial affairs. People with narcissistic personality disorder may be generally unhappy and disappointed. How many people you know that's unhappy and disappointed? I mean, come on. And I admit it does say maybe, okay, so I'll let them have it. When they're not given the special favors or admiration they believe they deserve. Okay, I didn't finish reading. That is true. People that are narcissistic are feel that you are supposed to just bow down to them, you know. And I'm not talking about someone stuck up or conceited. Even though they are, I'm talking about they really will take it personal, and even be vindictive if you don't adhere to their lifestyle or what they want you to do, which is absolutely amazing because really. Yeah, but they do. They have an inflated, a sense of being, meaning that they feel like they're superior to the world. And once again, I am not talking about the person you grew up with, your homeboy who brags about, oh man, I just bought a vehicle. You ought to see my speakers in the back. No. I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about they have that monotone voice in most cases. And they literally are out of touch with reality when it comes to other people. So let me go further. They may find their relationships unfulfilling. Once again, come on. There's divorce. There's people break up all the time. What does that have to do with all the tea in China? You know, and others may not enjoy being around them. Okay, I know I can name 10 people right now that I do not want to be around, but they're loving. You know, at some point in their lives, you know, they love their kids. That doesn't mean that they're narcissistic. So, you know, and then it says treatment for narcissistic personality disorder centers around talk or therapy, which is psychotherapy. Okay. Here are the symptoms. You guys, I'm telling you, I really want you guys to post how you feel about these at the bottom where this is posted, but I do have an announcement. I have over 200 videos on my YouTube channel. I am going through my YouTube channel and revamping it. I am probably going to, and I say probably because this is not going to affect every video, but I am probably going to change the cover photo, the still photo. I am going through and putting things in playlists. Some things don't have descriptions because what's the use of doing a description if you're going to be changing it? You know what I'm saying? I'm also going in and I'm listening to each and every video because I might have said something that I didn't mean to say, left something out, but I am finding, depending on what I use to record these, that I can go to the end and append. So depending on what device I use to record these, I will probably go to the end and append. So after I do my hasta la vistas, buenas noches, then I will probably go to the end and append and also put the text. And the text will read at the very top where the text is, it will say before watching. Okay. So here are some of the symptoms. Also donations. If you want to send me donations, please read the information at the bottom where the video is posted. Everything that you need to know about me will be there. If it's not there, go look at a previous video if it's not there, because some videos do not have any descriptions at all. These are the newer videos. Some videos have a description, but the information may be incorrect as far as the contact information, or missing something. And then the older videos. So if you want to get in contact with me, I suggest that you go to an older video. Also, you guys, my number's there. When you call me, please leave a voicemail. I'm finding myself calling people back and I shouldn't have to do that, just because someone left a number. Okay. So here are some of the symptoms and I appreciate that. Okay. So once again, these are random. I'm going to read them as they had them, but, some of these I just don't agree with. Okay. All right. Let's see. Signs and symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder, and the severity of symptoms vary. People with this disorder can, one, and although it doesn't say one, have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Once again, don't get this twisted. I'm not talking about the person that's stuck up, the person that really is doing something, but they're over the top with it. I mean, they're thinking that they're all this in a bag of chips. No, I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about these people really do have a sense of importance. Okay. And let me say something, in defense of narcissistic people. Most narcissistic people went through something in their lives as a child. You're not just placed on the planet and I had to make sure I was still recording. You're not just placed on the planet and you come out being this, Satan. That's not true. It's a learned behavior, and it's not even a learned behavior. You become this person at a very young age, usually because people in your life were telling you will never be anything, you're not worth anything, this, that, and the other, and I'm talking from birth. You were pounded with this in your head, and sadly, this usually comes from parents. You're not going to be anything, and you're just like your dad, and you're just like your mom, and these are grandmothers. I'm not going to name names, but I knew of a grandmother that would say things like this to her grandchild, and to the point where I had to intervene. Okay, someone I know and knew very well, they're deceased now. And one of my brothers had to intervene, and it's because even though this person probably had a mouth when we were younger, they never said these things when my brother and I were younger. And so, so we had to correct them, at different times, which is amazing because we did not correct this person at the same time. So that lets you know something was going on. Okay. So they do have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. They have a sense of entitlement and require constant excessive admiration. Yes. You tell one of them that they are not dressing sharp or anything, criticism, any type of criticism. I'm telling you, if looks could kill, that's all I have to say. If looks could kill, you would be on the ground. And I have to stress. These are not people. These are not your everyday people. This is over the top people that are doing this. But once again, like I said, I'm going to go back to the first one. Who does not know someone that has an exaggerated sense of self-importance? Come on, think about it. I'll give you 10 seconds to think about someone in your life who thinks that, they are just all that in a freaking bag of chips. I am it. I'm not Lay's. I am a brand that has yet to be discovered. You know what I'm saying? Please, are you serious? So I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Did you figure out that person? Of course you did. Everyone knows someone like that. It could be you. Okay. Also, a person that have a sense of entitlement and require constant excessive admiration. Come on. And I see where they're going. They're saying this is exaggerated and everything exaggerated, but we know people like this. Here's another one. They have a sense of okay, we already did that. They expect to be recognized as superior, even without achievements that warrant it. Now, you may be hard pressed to find someone like this, but I know someone like this, and they take it to a level that is beyond the call of duty. Here's what they do. Not only do they have want to be recognized as superior without the achievements, they only want to be around or hang around or brag on people that have achieved things, which is really weird. They haven't achieved these things, but the people they're bragging on have. It's like, okay, something's wrong with that picture. So yeah, I know people of a particular person that comes to mind. Okay, they have an exaggerated achievements and talents. Come on, you guys. We all know. And as I go down, there are a couple of these that really are for the narcissist. I mean, this is their personality trait and trait. And see, they call these symptoms disorders. And I just said that wrong. But the ones that I'm disagreeing with them on, they're just personality traits. I mean, I can name 4 or 5 people just straight out the gate that I know that have these particular traits, characteristics. Okay. So it doesn't mean that they have narcissistic personality disorder or that they're narcissistic, period. You have narcissist and then you have a disorder. Okay. And, you just have this person that's a narcissist. Well, nah, I take it back. If you're a narcissist, then you have NPD, Okay. They are preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, or the perfect mate. Okay. Look. Perfect mate. That'd be me. I know no one's perfect, but then you're going to be like 90%. I know how to negotiate, but you're going to be 90%. I mean, I'm not going to get with someone that I know, right? Just like I said, straight out the gate. That's my word for this, soup for the soul, straight out the gate, my phrase. I know straight out the gate that you and I are not compatible. I'm not going to get with you. I already know that. Power, brilliance, beauty. Come on. Okay. But I know what I get what they're saying, Okay, so here we go. They believe they are superior and can only associate with equally special people. I just said that. Now, let me go back to the person I was talking about, though. This person, and as far as I'm concerned, this person has not achieved basically anything but high school in their lives and a good job. And they like to hang around with people that they feel are equally yoked with them or brilliant or whatever or special people. But the people they hang around with and I'm not talking about let's go out to eat. No. Because this person is actually an older individual. I'm saying they love to brag on people that have made it as far as they're concerned. But they're far from being narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? One of the most loving people on the planet. If you really, really, truly need something, you got to really, really, truly need it. They're there for you. Okay. Monopolize conversations and belittle or look down on people they perceive as inferior. Yeah. This is true. This could be true. I know people like this and they're not narcissists, but that is one of the traits of a narcissist. Okay. The opposite of that, though, is they get extremely jealous of people that, even though they will never admit it, people that are superior to them. They will never admit it, and they will try to harm that person. I'm serious. They will try to wipe them out by all means of the spectrum, by any means necessary. They will try to wipe them out, get rid of them, even to the point of death. I mean, a narcissistic person, as I mentioned before, is nothing but Satan. It is totally, truly Satan. Okay? This person is totally, truly Satan. Okay? So, I'm gonna have to give somebody a piece of my mind, you guys. So I know people. I do know people like that. Okay. Now they also take advantage of others to get what they want. Yes. Be careful of these people, you guys. They are conniving. They can lure you in, literally, where it'll hit you like a ton of bricks. You don't even realize that it happened. Okay, they will lure you in, and you're like, well, how did this happen? It just happened right before my face, before me. They will do that. Okay, so be very careful of hanging around these people, and you can spot them very easily. They could be, sadly, it could be yourself. I mean, I'm not telling you not to hang around yourself if you're narcissistic. That's impossible. But if you're not, and you know these people are in your life, be very, very careful of that. Okay. They have an inability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others. They do. They are self-freaking centered. Period. Don't look too much ahead of it. Don't look too much behind it. They are self-centered. It's me. It's about me. It's about what I want. And I'm going to tell you, I know of someone in my family that's like this. Yeah. In my immediate family, as a matter of fact. And it didn't dawn on me that they're a narcissist. Yeah. Narcissists will also tell lies. They'll do anything above and beyond the call of duty to get what they want. And when I say anything, because they have they have no ability to have empathy for people, they will literally do anything to get what they want. Okay, let me stress that. They will do anything to get what they want. When you find a narcissist person, run. When you find a narcissist, or a narcissistic person, run, Forrest, run. Get away from them as far as you can. Now, here's one that is absolutely true. They can be envious of others and believe others envy them. Okay, they are, and this could be a normal trait of a person. True, and it is. But I just stress this, envy. They are some of the most envious people on the planet. Do not get around a narcissist and you're smarter than them. Because they have very low self-esteem. They hide their true personality behind a mask. And so when you get around them, it's going to show. They cannot hide their, that's not true. If they like hanging around people that are beneath them, even though that's contradictory to what's stated here, when it comes to their friends and people, when they're trying to be all that in the bag of chips, they want to hang around people that they feel are just as special as they are. However, that could be just a socialite. I mean, come on. However, when they want to get a job done, usually they're not going to do it themselves. Hello. They're going to get someone else to do the dirty work because they don't want to get caught and do it themselves. And so what they will do is not necessarily hang around people that they feel are beneath them, but they will lure them in as part of their plan to be the cause of someone's demise. Okay? And they will do that. Okay, so, all right. Doing pretty good. I'm 23 minutes in. Hey! Okay, so, they behave in an arrogant or haughty manner, coming across as conceited, boastful, and pretentious. They are very conceited. But here's this fine line, you guys. We know someone conceited. We know someone boastful. We know someone pretentious. I just, for each one of those, a person popped in my mind. Okay? Conceited, boastful, pretentious. For each one of them, a person popped in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't mean they're narcissists. You hear what I'm saying? So yeah, some of these I agree with, some of them I don't, but some of them it is a narcissist behavior, but they should have stressed to an escalated degree, maybe, I don't know. They insist on having the best of everything. For instance, the best car or office. Okay, I'm shutting down the show. I'm shutting down the Soup for the Soul right now. Who do you know that does not want the best car, the best home, the best office? Come on, no, that one they could have kept out, because that would be the whole entire. If I were to base it on personality traits, that would be almost everyone that I know, almost. And I'm not saying they're stuck up. That's just it is what it is. Everyone wants a nice vehicle. Everyone wants a nice car. It is what it is. Okay, so go on with that one. That one I would just literally literally scratch out. Okay. At the same time, people with narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, so that was the last one. Okay, so it's going to go a little further and elaborate. At the same time, people with narcissistic personality disorder have trouble handling anything they perceive as criticism. This, out of all of these, is the most truest of all. And they can become impatient or angry when they don't receive special treatment. Yep. Have significant interpersonal problems and easily feel slighted and react with rage or contempt and try to belittle the other person to make them to make themselves appear superior. You guys, out of all of these, criticism. If you want to identify a narcissistic person and you're not sure, check out how envious they are. Check out their drive, meaning they will go to the ends of the earth to try to harm someone. They will try to lure you in because they think you're dumber than they are. So they will try to lure you in to do the job for them. But the most important character trait of a narcissistic person or a narcissist is, there's two, actually. They're very critical. They cannot accept criticism of any kind. And they're just plain, they're just an evil being. And that's not what the other one was, and it was right there on the tip of my tongue, but they cannot accept criticism. I remember being spied on where I moved from, and I remember this guy, because I by this time I realized I was being spied on. So this guy calls himself coming outside when I came outside, and I'm like, what are you looking at? Because he got this smirk on his face, and he just started smiling at me with this smirk on his face. And I didn't say it that nicely. I actually said, what the F word are you looking at? I said that to him. You guys should have seen his reaction. He went into this, his whole personality changed. He was hotter than a firecracker. He thought he was all that in a freaking bag of chips. And I just let him have it. Because I knew when I came outside, he came outside and he was watching me to let me know that looking at me to let me know in his own little way that he had been watching me. And I knew this. So there you have it. And the last thing is that they have difficulty regulating emotions and behavior, and they experience major problems dealing with stress and adapting to change. They feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection. Let me stop right here. Let me read the other one. They have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, vulnerability, and humiliation. They do. They have another side to them. But let me elaborate a little bit on the feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection. You guys, I am a perfectionist, yet not perfect. As a matter of fact, that's one of my quotes. Perfectionist, yet not perfect. Okay? Perfectionists actually know they're not perfect. They know they are not perfect. And contrary to what people believe, they actually know that they are not perfect. Okay? As a matter of fact, believe it or not, a perfectionist wants to make mistakes. Okay, not saying they just want to go around making mistakes, but they embrace making mistakes because it will help them work on their imperfections, their perfectionism, and so it gives them a challenge, something to work on. That's me. If I see something that I messed up on, and another thing, they don't mind telling people or admitting that they made a mistake. And will laugh at their mistakes. So there is a very big difference between a perfectionist, which they're saying that they are, and they are, but when I fall short of perfection, I don't get depressed. I just work on it. I know how to. I'm a perfectionist that knows whatever I did, I know how to correct it and work on it. So there's no where is this depression coming from? So there's a very thick line between their perfectionism or their thinking they're perfect and someone such as myself that's a perfectionist. Okay, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna correct it. I'm gonna correct it probably right then and there. I'm gonna put it on my agenda to correct. Think about this. I already know some of the videos that I've done that are right now on YouTube that I already published up. They're already up there. Even some of the last ones, I said the word contemplated, and I'm like, okay, I may have should have used something else there. In one of them, I gave the impression that God needed the assistance of Jesus to get rid of Satan. Come on, that is totally untrue. So come on, you guys. I know this how this works. Okay. I know how this works. So there is a very thick line between their perception of a perfectionist and what a true perfectionist is. Okay. All right. And so I did that the last one. So all in a nutshell, you guys, be careful hanging around these people. These people are very evil and will do harm to you. I'm telling you, if you don't praise them like they feel like they should be praised, you may be subjected to something. You just may be subjected to, I'm trying to zip something up. So, there we go. You may fall, subject to their tactics. And like I said, they're going to have you, or try to have you do some things, to people that, to totally wipe them out and will also pay you money to try to wipe someone out. They will pay you money to try to wipe someone out. Okay. So be very careful of that. So this is Kimmy Wyatt. I'm going to get out of here, and I cannot believe I just did that in 32 freaking minutes. You guys, I am good. My NPD is coming out. No, I don't have narcissistic personality disorder. At all. I'm the sweetest person on the planet. Just don't cross me. I got something for you. No, just joking. So, hasta la vista, buenas horas, buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir, salida, don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao bella, ciao bello. Let me see. Gotta go. That's the new one I added into there. Smooches. Bye. And once again, please join my YouTube channel. I have all kinds of topics and subjects, and I just do some of everything. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get into more adult themed topics, and I just did a Soup for the Soul for women on stepping up your blowjob game. I'm serious. I'm serious because, back in the day, just to give you a brief description of that particular vid, back in the day, me being old school, I would hear older people saying the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And that was true. If you wanted to nab a man, all you had to do basically is cook for him. And if the cooking was good, you had him. And this is why grandmothers and great grandmothers, their relationships last a long time, with their husband, and that is because they had that good cooking, and he was not going anywhere. I mean, she's making homemade biscuits with the butter. I used to say butter that way, butter. And I mean, where is he going? Nowhere. Okay, times have changed. We have the internet now. We can look at butter biscuits. just pull them up and just get the same type of feeling. So what I'm saying is a lot of women, in this video, I'm going to go into detail about, blowjobs and things like that, because I'm going to tell you, men are settling. I just did a Sue for the Soul on, men, leave these ratchet women alone. What that means is that men are settling because of role reversing. Men are acting like women are acting like men. And what is occurring is, because of that, men are, just picking anyone and without knowing they have options. And actually it's very humorous. I highly suggest you listen to it. It's very extremely humorous. Okay, so I gotta go. Once again, thank you so much for supporting me. If you want to contact me and call me, please be sure to leave your phone number. Okay, I need your number. All right. Okay, and so I'm gonna go. Hold on. I had to do that to get to be able to. In other words, my screen saver was on, so I had to get back into my phone. So here we go. Bye.